Hello and welcome. This vlog's all about celery. Usual time to post about it because you're either sowing it now and looking forward to the summer crops, or you haven't. But it's a good time to get them in. It's not too late, even so. I'll show you my celery in a minute. Not looking very remarkable because I've done a fundamental schoolboy error, and you might as well learn off my mistakes. But it's also about overwintering them, and what I've been doing the last 2 or 3 years, and I've got nice successful harvests in the springtime, which is not usual for celery. So let me just show you what I've done. So here we are in the multi-cell trays that I do love sowing into. The celery are starting to come up. Now then, the schoolboy error is that celery need light to germinate, so it would have been far better to have sown these with vermiculite on top rather than cover them in compost, but I didn't. So that is a schoolboy error by me, but nevertheless they're on the way. They're coming up, and these will grow away quite nicely. They have been placed on heat, but there's nothing much to learn apart from that here. When making this video, in hindsight, I wish I had focused a little bit closer on the tiny little plants, but there we go. So we're off into the Polytunnel now. These were transplanted into the Polytunnel border in January of this year, and they've taken very well, and they're just ready for cropping. These were outside in the border. The variety is Loretta, and as you can see, they're perfect for picking right now. And all I've done to them is kept them fairly moist over winter. No special treatment or feeding whatsoever. Now, whilst I'm in the same Polytunnel, I just want to look back a month to the Hohei Oriental spinach that I let go to seed. Basically because I had so much going on this last couple of months, I haven't done anything to them, so they've gone to seed, totally wasted. But I want to make an important point that the coffee actually worked. I berated it for still allowing in slugs over the top of the coffee, but actually it worked. The spinach got hit hard, the northern spinach. As you see, it's not exactly a wonderful crop, but again, it stood over winter, and now I'm taking what remains. It looks like it's going to run to seed as well. That's what spinach seems to do for me. I struggle enormously with it. This is Rubino seed, and yeah, quite decorative as well, but a nice little crop. This does show how you can use your polytunnel borders in an unheated environment between your crops of tomatoes or whatever in the summer and the start of the year in the spring. Now then, we're back in the greenhouse now, which is slightly heated. This is a crop of celery from the same variety Loretta that I potted up back in October. Now then, these have got restricted root room and a lot more dependent on you watering them, but again, these have been kept over winter. I wish I'd put them out into the cool a little bit quicker, because I would like them to have been a little bit behind the polytunnel crop that have worked really well. And it's interesting to note that these are also almost ready to crop, and it's a way of getting a crop in the springtime when the rest of the garden isn't ready to produce any fresh growth. The last crop of celery will be this lot here that has been left in the ground where the main celery bed was last year, and these are doing fine. They're miles behind the stuff you've just seen, but this will produce the last crop before the wait for the new season's seeds to develop into plants. Oh, why not? Why not have a quick butcher's at the greenhouse? The potatoes are coming on. These will be almost ready to crop. Not just yet. Another celery plant. Got to go outside now. Onions nearly ready to go outside. Rubbish crop of onions. Potatoes chitting in pots. my little greenhouse area, looking for all the world like some of it needs a bit of attention, and then more plants overflowing, ready to go out. Right, so this last segment is narrated compliments of Storm Kathleen, which is currently ravaging our shores. These are my main crop potatoes ready to go out, and they will be shortly. They are all ready to go. I have the funeral tomorrow, so it won't be done until perhaps Friday. What I intend to do is a new batch of compost trials and showing how effective these compost blends are by virtue of potato yields. And as you see, all these potatoes are ready to go. The roots within the pots are nicely established. I'm trying to do this left-handed. This is not working out too well, but as you see, the root system is basically ready to go. But so by Friday they'll be busting to go out. Anyway, so join me Friday. I'll see you there. Well, it'll be issued on Monday. See ya. Bye bye.